the environment and flooding topic. What measures will the developer implement to mitigate the risks of negative environmental impacts of the development, particularly in terms of flooding and biodiversity? And how will they ensure that the project contributes positively to the local environment? I think you touched on part of that in your introduction.
Yes, I did. Assuming you can hear me again now.
We do, yep.
I'm back. So if I could start with addressing the drainage. Drainage was a part of that, wasn't it?
Well, flooding was, which draining will help.
Yeah, so if I can share my screen again. Can you see?
We can see your screen, but we can barely hear you.
Okay, how about now?
Now I can, yes.
So this is the Hilling Planning Portal, and I've opened up drainage report. I talked within the sustainability question about how we've addressed flooding, and this is a useful drawing. So this is from our civil engineer, and this shows, if I can zoom in, and you can still hear me. These are the locations of the underground storage. So effectively, our surface drainage network feeds back to these areas where it's attenuated. So that means it's collected, and the flows out of this storage into the sewer are slowed by hydro brakes, which effectively are restricted orifices on the outflow pipes. So that's a key feature of ensuring that that flooding isn't going to be an issue on this site. In terms of the design, the brief is that 1 in 100 year storm events have been designed to be accommodated here. And that also includes an uplift of 40% climate change. So increased rainfalls accommodating 40% climate change. So it's actually a very sustainable scheme. And then also, if I flip, if it will let me flip screen, I don't know if that changes your screen that you're seeing.
I still see the same technical drawing.
Yeah, okay. The screen I shared with the landscape. So this is a presentation landscape scheme, but there are calculations and detailed design behind it. So essentially, weaving biodiversity is measured by a metric tool now, which split into habitat units and hedgerows. So the habitat units are driven really by how many areas can you create on this site that can support ecology generally, and that metric now is a planning requirement to be achieved at a 10% level gain. And through the documents that we've submitted, we have shown that our proposals within this landscaping scheme achieve a 10% gain across the site. So that's a significant achievement for an urban site. We have other schemes where, you know, you have really struggled to achieve that, and you have to look off site, buy credits and different things. What we've been able to do is achieve that on site, which I can't tell you how difficult that is in these schemes, but it's testament to, say again, the quality and quantity of landscaping that's been put around these units. This site, in planning terms, could support a much higher density, but again, feeding back into the viability, the density has been significantly reduced to respect and give primacy to the heritage element, and that in turn actually as a byproduct has made a more ecologically enhanced scheme possible as well. So there's a bit of a win on both of those sides.